Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first casted game of the brand new Ottoman and Malian civilizations inside of Age of Empires 4. Spawning in the north side of the map. Well, actually, it's more kind of the west side of the map. We got a Kaup, and he is going to be playing the Malians in the color purple, and he's going to be opening immediately with a pit mine. This is a brand new building, unique for the Malians, that they can place on top of gold mines, and look at that, they're already starting to gain some gold income from that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but first, let's introduce the second player. It's going to be Nafuna, and he's going to be playing the Ottoman civilization for us today. He's already opening up with a house and a mining camp, so nothing too odd here from Nafuna, although we will speak about some of the unique buildings he has later on. So, coming back over to Kaup here. By the way, we are on the map Lipany, so nothing new here. And we are on the old European biome. Something that we will be exploring in later videos and stuff. But as we can see here, Kaup is playing the Malians, and he's decided to build his houses around this gold pit. Because this is something that we've just recently found out. And placing houses around the gold pit actually increases the amount of gold you get per minute. Which is absolutely nuts. It's just ridiculous. Look, we can see here, gold extraction rate of pit mines is increased by 30% for each house or mine built within the influence. So we can see here, the pit mine actually extracts nothing out of the gold mine. So we see 4,000 out of 4,000 still, and the gold mine is just generating out thin air, basically 42 gold a minute. So you can add more and more houses, a mining camp, and start mining from the gold as well. Absolutely crazy right there for the Malians. They're gonna have some insane late game potential with the free gold, that's for sure. We'll take a look back over here at Nafuna. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. However, some cool things about the Ottomans. They can build this in Age 1, the military school. Now it's quite expensive, and we haven't seen any players look to use this to its full potential yet, as it's only been out for less than a few hours at this point. But it's quite expensive, 150 wood, 100 stone. And it can train units for free in Age 1. However, it takes a hell of a long time. I think it's like a minute for a spearman, might even be longer. But it increases, it takes less and less time throughout the ages to create free units. So we'll have to see how Nafuna looks to use that in the later ages. We can see he's now actually aging up with the twin Mindaret Medres. I'll get there with the names, don't worry. But basically, this is like a food landmark. So there's two landmarks. There's the gold one and the food one. And this is the food one Nafuna's decided to go up with. And it basically grows 4 berry bushes. We can see here, grows 4 berry bushes, which can be harvested at plus 50%. Berry bushes are regrown after 120 seconds if depleted. So really nice there if you're looking to do a bit of a turtle build, or if you don't have much food on the map, would definitely be handy. And I'll explain a little bit on the gold landmark. So the gold landmark is a landmark that you build, and it comes with 2 traders, which you can garrison inside of that landmark. And for each trader you have inside of that landmark, you actually get plus 28 gold a minute for free. And you can have a maximum of up to 6 traders inside of that landmark. So super cool landmark there if you're looking to get a bit of free gold. But it seems like Nafuna's going to be going for the food option here, which, I mean, may as well. Although gold is a little bit scarce on this map, or at least it's a bit exposed here for Nafuna. So we'll have to see how that one works. We can see here, if we just do a little bit of a rotation, there is the berry bush. Only 1 berry bush, but I'm pretty sure more spawn. I'm pretty sure we get a maximum of like 6, I think. Oh, no, up to 4. My bad. It says literally there 4. So only 1 spawned at the moment. We have to see what he decides to go for next, Nafuna. But we take a look over here at Kaup's base, and he's still not aged up, which is quite interesting to see. So, he can afford it. I'm surprised he hasn't gone up yet. But I assume he's investing a lot into these houses. And by the way, these houses are like half a house. They cost half, they take half as long to build, but they only provide 5 population space. So I can see why investing into these early would be a good idea, to sort of build up the gold count. And something else to bear in mind with gold pits, you can only build 1 per age. So you can't go about, placing them everywhere. Otherwise, I think that would be a little bit overpowered. But as soon as he hits H2, he will be able to go place another one down. So maybe he looks to probably just take one of these, to be honest. The closest one to him. And we see he's going to be aging up with the Mansa Quarry. So we have a look here. So this generates 75 gold per minute and can be toggled to stone instead. Wow. So it seems like the Malians are really all about these, like, trickles, I guess. Not exactly about the villager economy. Like, he's pulling in how much right now? 75 gold a minute just from having these houses around this pit mine. And then he's going to be producing an additional 75 gold per minute from the Mansa Quarry. He's not going to need these villagers on gold at this point. We'll take a look back over here at Nafuna. He's decided to go for a blacksmith. That doesn't exactly provide him much at the moment, but it looks like he might be going for a bit of an H2 play. But we can see here, Nafuna's doing a good job here, just burning down this house a little bit. And we can notice these houses are extremely low HP. I feel like the Mongols could do very well up against the civilization. Because of their bounty system, or it's bounty system, their raiding system. For each house, or each building they burn down, they get a certain amount of resources for. So I feel like the Mongols could do very well up against the Malians here. We see Kalp is going to be opening up with a barracks and a stable. Now we're going to have to talk about the units here, because they are completely different to the base game. Right, so we got the Donzo, which is a spearman basically. That can fire an insane range a spear. They can throw it, and then it has a certain amount of cooldown before you can use it again. So it's basically just a better spearman, although it does cost a little bit more. Then we've also got the Musofari Warrior. So this is basically their version of a men-at-arms. And the cool thing about this is that it can stealth. These guys are absolutely crazy. I've played one game so far, and these things are absolutely crazy. Like, they can just stealth and then appear over here. It's absolutely crazy. But luckily for Nafuna, he has an outpost down, so he is going to be able to spot out the incoming Musofari warriors because of this. So if he didn't have this here, these villagers would be in a lot of trouble. Then let's have a look over here at the stable. He's currently making sofas, which are not as comfy as they sound. These are basically knights. That's right. This is the third civilization in Age of Empires 4 to have an Age 2 knight. Which, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how I like. I've had enough of Age 2 knights, to be honest. And now they've got the Musofari warrior here as well. I think it's absolutely crazy. The Malians definitely seem very, very good at the moment, especially with what they can do with the gold pit here. But anyway, the sofa, there it is. And then the last unique unit for now that we need to talk about is the scout. Yep, this is a unique scout. It costs an extra 20 food. However, you can upgrade it. It'll be like one of these techs. It'll probably be in here. Yeah, here. Warrior Scout. You can upgrade them to Warrior Scouts, which is crazy. So your Scout can basically be used as a bit of a tanking unit, which I think is pretty funny. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. So we've got some other things here as well. Some unique techs here. Banco repairs. Buildings are repaired plus 100% faster. That's pretty cool. And we see Kalp starting to build quite a bit of a mass here. Like, he's got... yeah, 3 sofas out. He's got 2 Musofari warriors. We can see the stealth ability right here. And then we've also got a Donzo warrior, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a Donzo. We see over here, Nafuna's starting to wall up. He knows that he needs to be aware of these sofas. It's basically like playing up against the Rus. I'm pretty sure these are exactly the same as French knights are a little bit better. Purely because they can heal up, you know, they've got that H2 landmark, etc. And we see Nafuna now starting to build a bit of a massive spearman, definitely what he needs. And let's have a look at those textures. I mean, they look so cool, don't they? Like, can we just appreciate the architecture here? It looks absolutely incredible. We have some more stuff to talk over in Kalp's base because he's got this now. It's a cattle ranch, and he's got 3 cattle in there. You can make cattle from the mills. They cost 100 gold each, which is quite a bit expensive. But you get a ton of gold from the gold pit, the Mansa Quarry. And basically, these cattle provide a lot of food. I mean, can we take a look how much this is making right now? I don't think we can. Oh, there we go. Plus 28 food per minute. Wow. So each one of those cattle provides 28 food per minute, sorry. So that's pretty crazy. We see Kaup trying to do a little bit of raiding right now, but luckily for Nafuna, he has walled up a little bit. He's got a keep over here, or I keep saying keep. It's an outpost, sorry. And he's got some hardened spearmen as well. He's also got some archers out as well, just to defend from any spearmen. And finally, we have the military school out. So at the moment, he's training an archer, and he switched it to spearmen. So after this archer is produced, we'll take a look in a second. It will switch to spearmen. There it is. There it is. So another unique unit that the Ottomans have is the Spahi and the Maheta. So the Maheta is like a boosting unit. We'll explain about more of them in a second. Bit of an engagement here. Nafuna manages to pick off a Sofa warrior pretty easy there. Definitely not what Kaup wants right now. So we're quite a slow pace at the moment. Take a back look over to Kaup. He's on 2 town centers, which is pretty huge. And he's really expanding out this cattle farm. Wow, he's really looking to boom right now. He's got a ton on stone as well. I wonder what he's looking to do with that. Is he looking to do a bit of a keep drop? Speaking of which, yes they can. Malians can build a keep, which is pretty neat. Anyway, back to the unique units. The Spahi is basically like a horseman, but it has a special ability called the Fortitude ability, which basically means it does 50% more damage, but takes 50% more damage. So it's a very good raider unit. You can do more damage onto villagers, but if there's any sort of... If you're in a fight up against something, you probably don't want to be using the ability, purely because they'll die extremely quickly, however much they'll be doing more damage. So we'll have to see what players decide to do with that, but definitely a good raiding unit. And have a look up here. Kaup's decided to put his second gold pit all the way up here, and he's got 11 houses surrounding that. 112 gold per minute. That's better than a relic. I mean, that's almost twice the amount of a relic, because relics have been nerfed in this pup. And speaking of which, yeah, I don't... Oh, God, bit of a voice crack there. Sorry about that. I didn't mention this. We are on the pup. This is not the official release yet, so do bear that in mind. But yeah, we're on the pup. And he's making an absolutely ton of gold a minute right now in that pit. Bit of an outpost up here as well. Toll outpost. Another crazy thing the Malians have is that their traders and trade ships, when they provide this, give an additional 10% of their carried gold. That's nuts. Honestly, that's pretty crazy. And we see Nafuna here looking to do a little bit of a push, and I'm not sure if Kaup has the right amount of army to deal with this. He's doing a bit of a counter push. We see the Musafadi warriors doing what they love, popping out of stealth right there. Fortunately for Nafuna, he does have keeps over there, and now Nafuna is going to be pushing in with 2 rams. That's a lot of archers as well. Oh, my bad. Sofa warriors are going to be doing quite a bit. I mean, you don't want that Kaup. Not looking too good for Kaup here. Nafuna doing... Looks like he's completely cleaned the army right now. He probably doesn't want to sit underneath this town center. Pull back and just let the rams do the work. You do not want these archers under here right now. Keep, it's going to be going down. Why do I keep saying keep? It's not a keep. It is an outpost. Ram's going to be doing even more damage onto these barracks right now. Kaup's being idled by quite a bit here. But unfortunately for Nafuna, his reinforcements cannot keep pushing in. The Musafadi warriors doing so much damage right there onto the incoming units. And villagers being pulled for Kaup. Kaup is going to be doing a vill pull onto these battering rams, and I think he can afford it. He's got 2 town centers right now, and I think he's got the better eco purely because of these cattle ranches and pits. So take a quick look at villager count right now. Nafuna sitting at 43 villagers, Kaup's at 40. So Kaup's only 3 villagers behind, and that isn't including any of these. So we see Kaup is going to be losing all of his Musafadi warriors here. So I don't think that was terrible for Nafuna, but Kaup is definitely still in a decent position here, especially now he's dropping down more production buildings, as he did lose a little bit here, which he definitely wants to look to replace. And now we have javelin throwers from Kaup. Okay, so let me explain these. These are like the Malian equivalent of archers, except these are anti-archers as well. So, I mean, Nafuna's just going to get absolutely wrecked here with this composition. Like, javelin throwers counter spearmen because they're ranged, obviously, And they counter the archers because they're anti-archer. They have a bonus damage versus archers, which is crazy. So Nafuna's definitely going to have to look to go into something else. We can see he's got his first spy here. Here's the fortitude ability. So he may want to look to go into a little bit more of a cavalry-focused composition. We can see he's dropped 3 stables down, so definitely a good idea right there. Let's switch over to Nafuna. I want to hear that Ottoman music, because let me tell you, the Ottoman and Malian music is just so damn good. I say that, and the music's just stopped now. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, we've got lots of Spahi horsemen. Just Spahi coming out. No other unit from Nafuna. He's floating a lot of wood right now. He definitely needs to sort out his macro a little bit. And Calp's got a lot of villagers onto that gold right there. And this economy is just booming right now. Like, the amount of gold he's generating from the pits, from the cattle. And this is something I forgot to talk about earlier, actually. Sorry, there's just so much stuff going on. It's the Vizier system for the Ottomans. And where is the music? I want to hear the music. I guess we won't hear any music. But anyway, for those that have played AoE 3, they'll be very aware of how this system works. It's kind of like the card system in AoE 3. So, you gain experience over time by, I'm pretty sure it's like just building units and stuff, killing things. And you can then spend it on these things here. So this is age 1, age 2, age 3. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. I think, yeah, I don't know. Something like that. I think this is age 2, age 3, age 4. Yeah, that's how it works. So the top line age 2, middle line age 3, bottom line age 4. That's how it works. And you gather up Vizier points, and when you have a full one, you can spend it on whatever you want. So we got some pretty crazy ones here, like Field Work, spawns 2 imams in age 2. I mean, yeah, that's definitely decent. Maheta drums, pretty cool. You get a Maheta, and you get some other cool stuff there as well. I won't go too deep into this. You can look at it yourself. But we've got Janissary Company here. This is something that's very cool. This is an age 4 card, and basically for each one of these you have military school. You can send this in, and you'll get 2 for each military school that you have, and that includes the town center as well. So if you've got, oh, does it? No, for each okay. So you can have a maximum of up to 4 military schools, and then if you send in this card, you get 8 free Janissaries, which Janissaries you can actually get in age 3, which is pretty crazy. But it looks like Nafuna is going to be going in yet again. And look at this, Kalpa's going to be aging up. He's really looking to secure up this cattle economy. This is the Grand Fulani Coral. Nearby cattle provide 20 food per minute. That seems crazy. That seems absolutely crazy. Okay, so Nafuna's going to be pushing in now. He has enough to age up, so I'm surprised he doesn't age, then push. But he's looking to push in now. Maybe he knows that Kalp's on the age up. And look at this wraparound from the Spahi. And I mean, Kalp has no anti-cavalry. This could be pretty good for Nafuna. He needs to push into the base right now. How many upgrades has he got? He's got a couple upgrades there from the blacksmith as well. He needs to use the fortitude ability right now as he is up against the archers. I would say it's probably worth it. And this is looking pretty good for Nafuna. He just needs to make sure he's got these reinforcements coming in. He's currently just got them sitting here. And he probably wants to be building a couple more rams as well. We see here, Javelin Thrower is actually doing a pretty decent job up against these Spahi, which is definitely surprising to see. I guess these are horsemen, and they're still age 2. Although the Javelin Throwers are also age 2, so we'll have to see. But Nafuna's doing a lot of damage onto these villagers right now. Although, the army's looking pretty weak here for Nafuna. I say, yeah, Nafuna's not looking too good here at all. I mean, the economy for Kalp is just looking absolutely insane here with this age up. We'll take a quick look at the villager count. I mean, Nafuna's only had by 6 villagers. He's an age behind. He can age up now, but I think it's too late at this point. And there it is. Good game that gets called. Some of the audio is a little bit bugged there, so I do apologize for that. Again, this is the pup, so some things are still in the work. But yeah, if you did enjoy this first casted game of the Africans and the Malians and the Ottomans, then please do feel free to leave a like. There's plenty more content on the way, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.